Ace at the top. This is the CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship presented by Primus on Lax Sports Network. In the air here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania today. The ball sent high in the air, and away we go. A whistle to start, and taking over will be those Drexel Dragons. Carson Harris to pick it up. He draws another foul. As you know, Carson Harris, the last year Player of the Year in this conference, comes back again this year. 60 goals, 8 assists. She had 3 goals and an assist in the semifinal win over Hofstra.
We see early on, Tom, that they're shutting down Carson Harris. They're face guarding her here, sticking to her like glue. So we'll see if that affects her early on or affects this Drexel offense.
Sure. So Drexel taking over here once again, 11-7 on the season. They finished in technically third in the CAA, the 2 seed here in this tournament, as the 4-time defending champion James Madison Dukes unable to compete here. They will be moving on to a new conference next year, so ineligible for this tournament, which means Towson is the 1 seed. As Harris, this is where she makes her money, Kelly. We saw that in the semifinal. We've seen that pretty much all year long, the 8-meter arc. And immediately she's off running, goes low and scores. Harris starts the day with a spark for the Drexel Dragons. It's 1-0.
That has to feel good, not only for Carson, but probably for Drexel, because we know they struggled last game with the 8 meters. Carson Harris didn't necessarily struggle with the 8 meters late in the second half, but early on, the game could have been very different if Drexel put away some of those 8 meters. So putting away an early one, not only for Carson, but for Drexel on that 8-meter hash, that's huge for them.
Just to get to the 8-meter, that's almost a mini win for her. She went 3 for 4 there. That's where she made all her goals in the semifinal. She went 4 for 4 the first time these two teams played a month ago. So think about what happened last month. That was an overtime victory for Towson, 16-15.
It looks like they're face guarding Blair and trying to shut her down. So we'll see if who turns out better on the face guarding option.
Lindsey Clark fouled there inside the critical scoring area by Carson Harris. So now we had a free position on one end. We get another on the other. From the arc this year, 11 goals, 18 assists on the season. She leads the team in helpers. You saw a Towson player go over the lines. Izakovic a little too aggressive, and she's got an eye on the goal. Gets it knocked away. Bell looking to go get the draw. She does. Dumps it off to Maddie White. And White is pushed out along the sideline, though they're going to say there wasn't enough of a push there. Obviously, is as big as it gets. Carson Harris picks off a pass. 17 now caused turnovers for Harris on the year. The do-it-all midfielder. They love how her defense can generate offense as Wall settles it into the offensive end.
More importantly, I love seeing Carson Harris on that defensive end making plays, because you don't see as many two-way middies anymore with the style of midfield runs that you can have. You know, you can send them off through the 50 and have maybe more of a defensive midfielder, but it's really good to see a two-way midi, because, you know, that takes work, and that's a special athlete.
Bednarik so quick.
Are not only confident, but just at ease on their offensive side, where I feel as going with it, and that doesn't feel like they're figuring it out. But their goalie's showing up right now.
Yeah, Merlo makes the first save. She can't make the second as Harris gets her second, 6-3. A woman-up goal for the Dragons.
And this goes with the typical Drexel never giving up mentality. You know, there's a save here, but heads-up play by Harris. She scoops it up and goes right back at the defense that's a little bit scattered already because they're women down, and then earns themselves a goal, another one when they, you know, already feel like Towson's a little bit down.
And Harris, known as one of the more bubbly players in the sport, but as gritty as it comes when she's out there. She's got a great personality, and she's been a lot of fun to cover and watch. You can hear in her coaches and how they talk about her too. That they love her. You know, she's got such a good head on her shoulders.
She does it all over the field as well. So you got to love a player like that can do anything between the 30s on the defensive end and then on the offensive end.
I think we talked about this on an early broadcast this year, but she was so excited. We interviewed her around Christmas time. She got like the new cool jeans, and she was pumped about being a part of that fad with the new cool jeans. So that tells you that those things don't matter as much to her, but when they happen, she gets very excited about it. She appreciates those little things.
I love it.
7 minutes to go here in the second. Drexel does get that draw. Their 7th of the day. It was Harris that got it, by the way. What a gift for her.
Yes, exactly.
Izakovic stumbling as she goes in. That shot deflected off the front, and now it's Harris in the clear. And Drexel goes to work once again. We have some do so. She's got it in her stick. A whole defense has their eyes on her, it appears. She looks for Garrett to get open. Garrett in, then back out again. McHugh is on her. Harris right now over there on Carrie Thornton. And not leaving her.
Yeah.
And Grady poked in the face as she goes to grab. No card called there, just a whistle as Goodrich will have to go behind. Stealing 4 seconds.
4 seconds. What can you do?
5 on the clock. Here comes Goodrich. Gonna have to do something, trying to get something off. Paris is unable to do so as the first half is in the books here at Vitus Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 8-4 is the advantage for the Drexel Dragons. They're a half hour away from their first CAA title, and they've got the lead. Your watch presented by Primus alongside Kelly Berger. Tom Eschen here with you on the call. Thoughts heading into the second half, Kelly?
I want to see if Towson makes any changes. Maybe that's changes on defense. Maybe that's a game change or game plan change on the offensive side. But I think Drexel needs to stick to doing what they're doing. And maybe it's because they're at home. Maybe it's because, they're feeling from what they missed out on previous years. But, you got to change something if you're Towson, and I'm anxious to see if that happens.
A big goal for Chorus and a big spot to make it 8. Violation on the draw goes the way of the Drexel Dragons here. Carson Harris goes down. Getting a little bit more physical here, and we know it's on the line. Harris has 4 white shirts to go through, and there she goes, right through them all. Now she dodges a little split there. Defense comes collapsing in. Sullivan will have the ball. They've got a full, the talk was about the possession clock. Drake gets it lodged away from Sullivan, who is in there too. Drake. Gonna try and beat it to the sideline. She does. We get a card coming out. It would have been for a noon start is a little different than waking up your own bed for a noon start, which the Drexel Dragons got to do.
Been sleeping. Can you imagine sleeping till noon, Tom? I don't know.